It's Mike Adam. We're in the Gwynn and Mercy University Artist Lounge. Thank you guys so much for being here with AJR.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Hi.
Thank you.
Haven't seen you guys in a while. Yeah.
You can't see, but there's like 1,000 people behind the camera.
It's just
Exactly.
flooded.
It's crazy. We don't even want to turn this camera around. Most of you guys are going to the show too, right? Awesome. Very cool.
Awesome.
So before we get into everything, did you guys see Love and Mercy, the Beach Boys movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Because I know you guys are a huge fan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You saw it. And
Yeah.
did you like dissect it, pick it apart?
I would
and-
say it's my favorite movie of the year, for sure.
For sure.
You too?
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
cried every single time. Every time. Dead serious. Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
How many times did you see it, Ryan? You said
No, he saw
I think
the
I
most.
saw it like 3 or 4 times.
And being a fan of the Beach Boys, were you like, whoa, this is pretty spot on?
Yeah, it was crazy. My favorite stuff was when they were in the studio making Pet Sounds, and you got to see him like plucking at the piano and stuff, because
That was
Pet Sounds is
crazy,
our
yeah.
favorite album.
So I know you guys are like old souls and you listen to a lot of the older stuff too. Who's out right now in any genre that you're really vibing out to?
21 Pilots definitely is really there. Yeah. They have a really cool sound.
Yeah, I really like the honesty of Mike Posner's new stuff. His whole EP is really good, especially To Capella and Ibiza, but the whole EP is like really honest, writing from the heart. And the one that's played on the radio right now is more of a tropical house mix, but he does acoustic versions of all of them, which are really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy with him. From what I've read and seen, it seems like he was in like a really dark place or whatever, and he just totally recycled that into the music and put out this stuff. And
Yeah.
even with I Took a Pill, it's kind of like, you know, the remix is dancey and happy and stuff, but if you listen to him, you're like, oh my God, I feel bad for Mike Posner. Or you are right. You want to hug him,
I
you
feel
know?
like that's what people like about it, though, because like pop is in such an honest place right now, so people really want to connect right with the person.
Yeah,
for
So you nailed it.
That definitely inspired us, because we're putting out our new single. It's called I'm Not Famous.
Right.
When is it dropping? Friday?
Friday.
Is that, what's today, Wednesday? So 2 days. And we wanted to do something super honest and just out there and blatant, and so we were really inspired by that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning for a second. We were talking about this before we cut on the camera. Sia played a part in discovering you guys?
Yeah, definitely. She actually found our first terrible homemade video for I'm Ready that we made with a GoPro just walking down the streets of New York, and she retweeted it, invited us to brunch, and we met Sia for brunch in New York City, which was absolutely nuts. And she wasn't wearing a bag over her head or anything. She didn't have her wig. We actually saw what she looked like, which was pretty awesome.
That's very cool. Do you still get a chance to run into her anywhere or talk to her?
Yeah,
or
we send
anything?
her music. Like, as we do music, we send it.
She
and
gives her feedback.
She hates all of it.
Yeah.
She is your
Throws it right
music
back in her face.
mom.
She
is.
is our music mom. Yes.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Aside from Sia, who's somebody in the recent few years or whatever that you've met that you've been really stoked about?
We did an iTunes festival, I guess, 2 years ago, and we met Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And I know he's not someone more recent, but he was super inspiring to talk to, just about his experience in the industry and what it was like for the last, 50 years in music, and seeing it change from somebody who has that perspective. So that was really cool.
He gave
for
us advice. I honestly forget what the advice was.
He was like
great.
telling us a story about how one little argument broke up the band, and he was like, never let that happen to you guys. And we were like, wow, okay. We won't. Yeah.
Thanks, Graham.
Yeah, I feel like it's different with you guys though, because you can't like really get rid of a family member. I guess you could, but I mean,
He's pretty close to
Yeah.
leave. Yeah.
They've tried.
We're
They
about
just
to get rid
can't
of him.
seem to do it.
I know in the past you've done some producing for other artists, things like that. Andy Grammer, you did a few tracks for him. Have you been producing for anybody else lately?
Yeah. So we did Andy Grammer, Back Home, and Good to Be Alive, which just went gold.
There
I'm
you
stoked.
go.
Yeah.
Making
a huge applause, roaring applause in the
Making
studio.
that producing money. Okay.
Yeah. And so we've also written with Rachel Platten and American authors and a bunch of other people, stuff that's going to come out soon. So we're pumped.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you? I always find it funny when people write for other artists and produce for other artists, because I'm just like bitter and stuff. And if they did well, I'd be like, damn it. Should have kept that for myself.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I mean,
that's a
do
problem.
you
Well,
ever
what's
have those
funny is
moments?
we spent the last 2 years writing for other artists, and it's so funny. Every song we write for another artist, we come back and realize more and more what AJR's sound is. And we realize that whatever we did for Andy Grammer, we never would have done on our own. And we kind of realize, let's talk about something super honest that only us three could possibly say.
Yeah.
So I'm never in the situation where it's like, oh, I wish I had gotten that one for some reason. You know?
One of the coolest things about writing for other people is you really get to learn about them and put yourself in their shoes and kind of speak from their voice. So in speaking from Andy Grammer's voice, for example, we wouldn't be able to speak with the same voice from AJR.
We actually like had a story kind of like what you were saying on our first album, Living Room. There was a song called Thirsty that we originally wrote for Jason Derulo, and we were like, so we sent it to the label, and they were like, yeah, we really like this, we'll probably use it. And then right after, we were like, we're gonna use this for ourselves because it just works. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. I know. I see how active you guys are on social media and stuff like that, and you have very rabid fans that are just into what you're doing. Do you get absurd DMs from people all the time, just like with crazy requests? Some of these girls are like, actually,
it's just these girls.
I know these
That's
girls
it.
are like, hey, I just sent that this morning.
Like absurd requests for
anything, like sexual favors.
It's just sexual favors, so
okay.
I can read down the list if you want.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just like filter through it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of along the same lines. If you ever were going to entertain a female friend, if you were having somebody back to the crib, you guys all live together. Like, how does that work? Is it weird? Do you kick your brothers out? I mean,
Well, we all have
you're
bunk beds.
Yeah, we have bunk beds.
So
a good amount of privacy
it's really
there.
weird.
really weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
Me
Nothing really
neither.
goes on in the apartment.
Yeah, we
So
Get
you're
outside the
never
apartment.
making dinner at home for a girl, basically. You're
We
like,
always go to their place.
let's go to your place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's awesome. They think you're homeless.
That's the goal.
So what else is coming out for you guys? I know you got the new song. You're constantly doing shows. Do you have like a big 1-year goal or a 2-year goal, something like that you're really a short term that you're kind of striving for?
So we were literally just talking about this yesterday. Our goal is to get each song that we put out, each single, to be bigger than the last one. So I'm Ready went platinum.
Yep.
And it went triple platinum in Australia. So now our goal with I'm Not Famous or whatever, probably I'm Not Famous, hopefully, is to go more than platinum in the US and more than triple platinum.
Platinum in
Australia.
one. We'll just go one.
Oh yeah,
every single
a million
time.
and one
Yeah.
record sold.
Fifth Harmony.
Do we still talk with Fifth Harmony? So I tried to text Camilla the other day, and she changed her number. So I was pretty upset for a couple days about that.
It was probably because you were texting her too much.
I texted her like 10 times
A
a
lot
day,
of sexual
so it
favor
was 100%
requests.
sexual favors. So that's
Right.
probably why.
Right. I know. If I had her number when that new video from Work From Home came out, I would have totally
I
texted
texted her
but-
during watching that video, so that was probably it.
Yeah, but you know what's really awkward? I only have one of their moms in my phone from like when they first got started, so I think it would be really awkward to text one of their.
I would love that number if
I'll give it
afterwards.
to you afterwards.
if we
Okay.
could.